We'll call to order January 25th, 2023 Board of Adjustments meeting. First off, we have a roll call of members. Mr. Willie.
Present.
Mr. Brian.
Present.
Mr. Jake.
Present.
Mr. Eddie.
Present.
Absent tonight because of work reasons are Mr. Devin Graham and Mr. Brandon Bennett. Next up, we have election of chairman and vice chairman for 2023. Any motion for chairman?
I'd like to make a motion. I think he's doing such a fine job. I'd like to nominate Mr. Steve Joffrion for another year of service.
Okay.
I second that motion.
All
Great
right,
job.
all in favor? Any opposed? That motion passes. Next will be motion for vice chair, and I'd like to renominate Mr. Brandon Bennett.
I'll second that motion.
Second by Jake Joffrion, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? That motion passes. Next up, we have any public comments for or against the Board of Adjustments. Anybody here?
No one signed up.
I see we have quite a few people in the audience. If you would like to speak on any agenda item we have here tonight, walk up to Ms. Jamaica and you can sign a red or green card in favor for or against, and you can also sign up if you would like to speak for or against any issue, or if you're just against it and want to have that known, go see Ms. Jamaica. Okay, next up we have acceptance of the minutes. Can I get a motion for the minutes of the December 29th meeting?
To make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Eddie,
I'll second.
second by Mr. Bryan. All in favor? That motion passes. Next up, I entertain a motion to accept the written decisions for the December 29th, 2022 meeting.
I'll make a motion to accept them.
Motion by Mr. Bryan,
Second.
second by Mr. Willie. All in favor? That motion passes. Okay. Okay, we all done with that? All right, first up tonight, we have zoning review ID PZ 3045.23 for Sheldon Godan. Is anybody here to speak on for or against that?
Hi, I'm Sarah Godan, his wife, to represent him. We're asking for a variance for the 20-foot setback so that we could build a shop in our backyard. The way that our well is situated, there's really no room in our backyard without going into that setback. And I have a picture if you'd like to see our backyard.
Yeah, you got something different than what we have here?
I also have that, so,
Yeah, we got the map from Earls and Associates
yeah.
with the plot plan, yes. So we do have that.
It doesn't quite tell you the exact measurement from where the well is marked to the back line, but we bought one of those roller measures, and it's about 36 feet all the way to the property line.
Ms. Godan, we have an overhead projector. If you could put that under there and maybe point out to us exactly what you're describing there.
Sure. So this is our backyard, and it doesn't quite say it, but from this well all the way to the back line is about 36 feet. And we were hoping to build a shop around 30 feet deep or so. We haven't finished the plans on that. It kind of depends on how far back we can build.
Yeah, that's a bit of a predicament where the well is located. It looks like with the 40 by 80, your well's still gonna be inside the shop somewhat, huh?
We're looking to move it. It just also depends on what we're allowed to do, on where we can move it. To add to that, this is a picture of our backyard. As you can see, this is the well. This metal pole marks our property line, And this building is right up against our neighbor's property line, so he's not intending to build anything else there. He really can't. His house is actually to the west of us, and he owns all the land behind us too.
So this other thing we seeing in the picture, that is your
Well,
tank and pump?
Mhm.
Okay. Any questions, comments?
You said, I'm sorry, I've got a question more. You said you got your well inside of your shop right now. Is that how you intend on building that?
If we,
Because you said earlier it had to be there because of the well or
we're,
something?
we're asking for a variance and setback, because of the well. If we do if we can get a far enough variance back, we won't have to move our well. If we can't, then we'll have to look into moving it. So it's still kind of up in the air for now.
So you're not intending on putting the well inside of the shop? I know some people
No.
do that for insulation purposes. They'll just slab around the well and,
Yeah.
they
no.
will do that.
We're not intending to do that. It's also maybe a possibility if we have to.
Because the way you have it drawn is, even with the variance, the well's still inside of the shed.
I don't have the drawing. I'm not quite sure what you're looking at.
Am I
The-
correct on that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the drawing from Earls and Associates.
I don't
From the
have
survey.
the one with that. So we're both in talks with the 30-foot deep one where it would not be touching the well, or if we have to move it, a 40-foot either still in the setback or just not in the setback.
Are they allowed to move this shed over?
Yeah, that's the maximum size that we just got quoted, just to see how big we could go. And it's not set, we might go smaller. It all depends on where we can build.
So you do have some variance in what you can build and whatnot? I'm sorry?
Yeah.
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 Yes, sir.
Any other questions for Ms. Godin?
Had you purchased any material, anything, building material?
I have a quote, just to see if we could afford a shop this size. It's expired by now, so we'll have to do it again. But we are looking to build something this big, if we get a variance and it's allowed.
Okay, so nothing's been purchased.
But nothing's purchased, no.
Thank you.
Brian?
Would it be an option for you to, maybe request a smaller variance instead of 17 feet by going with a 30-foot building, keeping, the same setback from the house, and that would allow for, instead of a 17-foot, you'd be asking for maybe a 7-foot variance?
We can, I see he has 3 feet marked on here. We are open to asking for more feet, not as close to the property line, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Any other questions? All right, Ms. Godin, we'll ask you to back away from the podium for a minute so I can open it up for public hearing. We'll open up for public hearing. Ms. Jamaica?
No one signed up.
No cards? No
Nope, not
for
for
or
this one.
against? Okay. So, sorry, Ms. Godin, you may step back up to the podium. Any questions, comments, motions, discussion?
I liked his idea of moving asking for the smaller variance, but would she need to come back and
No.
ask for that, or she can do that tonight? If
Y'all can negotiate that
she
with her.
can, yeah, she can.
Right
accept
here,
that.
right here and now.
I know it's costly to move a well. I wouldn't imagine you want to do that,
We're trying not to.
of course.
I know normally our max on a variance is about 50%,
Yeah, so that would,
especially with a really hardship. I understand your hardship is the location of the well. So,
Chair.
yes, Mr. Willie.
Utility servitudes, are there any back there?
No, we're also, all the shop quotes we got also includes gutter drainage. We're gonna do drainage control to where it doesn't touch the other property at all. All of that stuff.
I think that was a Devin question. The drainage and utilities. Thank you.
So I think Willie, the utility servitudes are up on the road in that area.
Yeah.
No rear servitude.
Rear.
Any, Lance, any drainage servitude back there that not showing? Nope. Okay.
You want to suggest that to him, or can he do that now?
You can just make a motion on 10 foot.
What was your idea, so if you want me to motion to her?
I mean, I'll make a motion to do maybe a 10-foot variance, but not 17.
Okay, we got a motion by Mr. Bryan to do a 10-foot variance. Can I get a second?
I think that's fair. Oh, second.
Second by Mr. Eddie Kraus. All in favor? Any opposed? 10-foot variance.
All right, thank you.
Okay, next up tonight, we have zoning review ID PZ 3048.23, Lot 149, Shadows of Ascension, fifth filing for Derek Duplessis. Anybody here to represent that?
Going today, Jim.
Good.
I'm Derek Duplessis. I'm here to represent the Andresses. We're applying for a variance for the drainage servitude that they have in the rear of the property. The house is located like 10 foot further back from the front of the lots than the rest of the houses in the subdivision. So there are houses in the subdivision that have swimming pools and outdoor kitchens and stuff. And due to how the house is situated, this particular house does not allow for that because the house is 16 feet from the rear setback, the drainage servitude, which is not enough room to build a swimming pool and outdoor kitchen. So, I don't know if y'all.
So beyond this building setback is a lake, correct? In the backyard, it's just.
Correct.
Your property line ends at the mean water level? Okay.
It's 36 foot from the rear of the property, which goes about to the water level, the water.
Okay. So is the outdoor kitchen and all gonna be
It all falls
part of the
within-
variance, or the whole thing
Correct.
will be?
Correct, the whole thing. So the outdoor kitchen and the swimming pool, they would both be in line with each other. So both of them would fall within.
And we're,
That's servitude.
we're also installing bulkhead. We've had some severe erosion issues with the lake. We've lost, pushing 8 foot. So we wanna reestablish our property line and put a bulkhead in. That's part of this project also.
Oh, y'all trying to do that? Are y'all trying to do that before you build to reclaim the
Correct.
area?
Correct.
So bulkhead and then build? Thank you.
We don't really have a good map showing the plot plan of everything.
Steve, Chairman, look on page 4 of 5.
Is that this one?
No, that's
This, okay.
Huh?
You use this one?
Yeah.
Didn't show it very well, but
Oh, okay, all right, I see it now. They were showing footings and everything else on here. Huh? I'm all mixed up. All right, any other questions?
yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brian.
The conceptual drawings that are provided right here, is that what the HOA has already approved?
Correct.
And the bulkhead and everything
Correct.
else?
So the HOA president is here today. They've already approved this change.
All right, and any other questions? I'll open it up for public comment. Mr. Duplessis, if you could step away, and I'll open it up for public comment.
I have Michael Thompson. He's in support of, you can speak.
Good evening. Michael Thompson. I'm the president of the HOA for Shadows of Ascension. As y'all just asked about, we have reviewed and approved the project. It's my understanding that all the public services, all the utilities are in the front of the house. There is no risk to any of the utilities or any services in the rear of the house. And as y'all have already seen, the only thing behind the house and the property is the detention pond that we share with Parker Place neighborhood. And so there will be no impact to density of development or anything like that. So we support it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
There's no one else.
Okay, we'll close the public comment. Any questions, comments? I got some discussion, and I think this falls under what we just had, and it's less than 50%, and there's a big old lake in the back. I don't see it interfering with anything.
I think it falls in harmony with what's already there.
Yep.
I agree. I'll make a motion to accept the variance request.
Motion by Mr. Joe Freon, second by Mr. Robertson. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Variance granted. Thank y'all. Next up, do we have any old business?
No, sir.
Any new business?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion by Mr. Willie Robinson,
I'll second.
second by Mr. Brian Clybert. All in favor? Meeting adjourned.